p.m. and I am at the same address where I was present this morning, which is at third-party facilitating venue, readily identifiable through the conduct of the people of the state and the presence of what is a specific environment, not a natural environment. And it is not a matter of rocket science that the natural environment does not include flashing of light like you see on the inside of a hotel. This is flashing of light, inexplicable light. There's nobody shooting any cameras, no footage other than my cell phone that's not flashing. It does not create the shape of the windows on the front doors of this hotel that you can see. The shape of the windows are dynamic. That's impossible light activity that coexists with the movement of people in the environment. But the shaded building, the shaded structure, the absence of any laser light activity from the windows of the vehicles, but you have that ongoing coincidence, okay, where you have the people who are notably in vehicles as well, but they could be walking, they could be flying, and you see the engineered light. By flying, I mean in airplanes and helicopters, and you can see the engineered light that is appearing in an impossible manner. This is the pattern of conduct, and it's also notable that this video was captured at 10:35 in the morning at the same address where I'm located right now at 4:02 in the afternoon. So let's take a good look at the light source, where the people of the state, just like you saw the people of the state in Monrovia, California, an entirely different location, not Alvarado Gardens, but you have the people of the state in the specific environment, and there's the light source at the same location. This is at 10:35 in the morning. I am right now at the same exact location. I have not left. I have not departed from the venue yet, and I want you to see the P.O.C. So I'm standing at the same exact location. Okay, so there's the palm tree. This is where I'm at right now. And I want you to see what is duration of time. Remember, it's 4:03 p.m. And this is the fake sun under the same structure, the opposite side of the same structure. I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture of that. This is indeed the P.O.C. This is called criminal presence. This is this maintenance of somebody that looks like they're doing something, performing some function. They're engaged in surveillance. They're just maintaining presence, noise. That's significant in the engineered light. This is how criminal surveillance in America, where demon possession is not to be spoken of, the reality of Satan, the reality of a surveillance state. These things are underway right in front of your face. You're just ignorant about the environment. This is impossible that you are looking at. Remember, I'm under the same structure where I'm pointing my finger up. This is where I'm standing this morning at 10:30. Let's count the hours again. 10:35, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 5.5 hours later. We're coming up on 6 hours. I'm at the same Best Western, and here it is right here. That's not the natural environment. That would take 5 hours to go nowhere. Okay, same structure. And you know why it's right here? Because I'm at the front. The entity engages in the conduct, as I've already explained. The pattern of conduct is such that the entity rises a fake sun on the one side of my person, which is generally in reference to whatever the east side of my person is. And at Los Angeles at Alvarado Gardens, it was the hillside, and then it's setting it on the west side of my person, wherever that is, inside of the same apartment over 12 hours later, which I captured on a daily basis outside of the living room window of Alvarado Gardens, apartment 1806 North Alvarado Street, apartment number 6. You are looking at the population that is fulfilling the same exact pattern of conduct, criminal activity. Okay, they are doing so while the light source is seen through the windshields of the vehicles. This is not over Alvarado Gardens. This is not over Los Angeles. It is literally over the Best Western building, the same building where it was over me at 10 o'clock in the morning. People of the state are crossing paths. You can see through the windshield, engineered light across the building. That's terrorism, E1009HR, Utah. And the federal government will prosecute for that as well. Doing so in concert with the state, stalking in an aircraft, monitoring with the demons who are pacing. That's a plane right up here. Let me zoom in so you can see this. This is concerted conduct, while demons are also hostile because of what I'm exposing about them. The demon possessed engage in this sort of conduct together, pacing around me, and then being present in the sky space, crossing path together. That's what LAPD does. That's what Monrovia PD do. And they get right out of their cars and engage in that conduct. That's direct light, and that's a demon. Okay? Tan, white, okay? Group stalking. A black woman, not an owner of a BMW, which has nothing to do with how pathetic she is. Pathetic, a stalker, and a demon-possessed one. and she's going to be prosecuted. That's what she's engaging in right now openly, and that's the light source seen through the windshield, the window of her vehicle. That's at the same address where the so-called son was present this morning, and she openly acts with, I want to be clear, the corrupt law enforcement agencies who are limited. Remember, as the entity engages in the P.O.C., the state is engaging in the P.O.C. vicariously. So they're engaged in demonic pacing, walking into the doors, engaging in casual terrorism. This is in Orange County, and you are looking at absolutely no difference with regard to recognizing demon possession, recognizing what is the federal group stalking and monitoring system, what is recognizing malicious conduct, terrorism that is underway in plain sight. The demon possessed who know exactly who you are, which you can identify through the unnatural environment. And they do so with knowledge of your ignorance regarding the environment and your ignorance regarding the significance of what they do. That's called crossing a path. You've got demons that are doing so on foot. You've got demons that are doing so in planes. This is P.O.C. And what you just witnessed moments ago, the Utah plate and the demons in the SUV, they're repeatedly crossing path, okay? Doing so doing so on the inside, doing so on the outside, and they doing so while the aircrafts are pacing in the sky space. This is in Orange County, California. I want to let you know COSTA MESA PD are demon-possessed group stalkers, which I've already experienced. I've already documented it. Group stalking, terrorizing me by keeping a helicopter stationary over the top of my head, just like the fake sun is. All right, and when I leave from this location, so will the fake sun. Pacing on both sides. Here's another airplane. Best Western is engaged in surveillance. And this is called demonic pacing by commercial airline planes under the fake sun. All right, and John Wayne is a state facilitating venue, an airport that's engaged in state surveillance, which the entity is doing on an ongoing basis. Okay, the entity is engaged in a massive sex offense in the statewide system of federal group stalking and monitoring, which is demonic activity. It defies the operation of nature, where the sun would not be present 6 hours later at the same location where it is now, and where sunlight does not ricochet off of your car. It doesn't do that. It's also not a coincidence while planes are flying one after another, those are demons who are engaging in pacing, one after another crossing path, just like the demons are on foot, just like the demons are in vehicles, just like the demons do in a hotel building. Coming in and out of their rooms, maintaining presence, stalking as I go from place to place, even inside of the hotel, amplifying the sound of a demon walking, amplifying the sound of a demon cleaning, housekeeping, amplifying the sound of a demon talking. Everything is audible activity and light activity creation, where you have multiple shadows inside of the venue. All right, this is P.O.C. This is under no circumstances over Monrovia, where the entity keeps a fake sun outside of the hotel room of 417. As I captured, the entity engaged in criminal summoning repeatedly, speaking to the fire chiefs, speaking to Falk Ambulance, speaking to the demon-possessed police chief, Alan Senvictorus, Dominic Choi, okay? The demon-possessed Ontario Police Department, where there is no sun over the Ontario Ovitt Family Community Library. There's no sun that's going to be street for street, turn for turn, over the window, through the windows, over me, where I'm literally sitting on the bus, no matter what route I take on Omnitrans, which is thoroughly documented for years as well. This is just speaking to the pattern of conduct as I have established, as I pointed out years ago. These demons are openly pacing, walking in opposite directions, and they're pacing, walking in and out of this building here. They're coming out and pacing via, this is what I'm saying, this is criminal presence, not traffic. And it's revealing what is massive demon possession and the presence of Satan identified through the unnatural environment. This is not over my bedroom window, not seen through my bedroom window. This is not going to be setting in alignment to my bedroom window at Alvarado Gardens, at apartment 1806 North Alvarado Street. It is 4:09 p.m. and at this time the entity keeps the fake sun outside of the bedroom side of Alvarado, where the former complex where I live, where all the people of the state are engaged in the same criminal conduct that the population, as I go about and show you the unnatural environment where the people of the state were living at a crime scene, in the same way that this demon driving with the Utah plates engages in terrorizing me, representing the state, and then in your face does so. That is the grounds of federal prison. It's an impermissible threat. Just want to point that out. She's on surveillance cameras inside of the venue, but she is not alone. She and everyone else who are on surveillance cameras and posing an impermissible threat with the government, with the entity that uses commercial airline planes. This is speaking to all of the policies that I advocate with regard to the way that you are going to sanitize, cleanse the population that has mental illness by virtue of this demon possession, which is the root cause of federal group stalking and monitoring. It affects their decision-making, the highly malicious and psychotic stalking conduct that the demon-possessed don't want you to be aware of. Engineered light across that building. License 8NMT022. Light source seen through the windshield. Another demon openly just engaging in terrorism. Directed light on the asphalt behind. That's POC. 8 NMTO22. The sound of the traffic while the demon-possessed population are engaged in group stalking. Sex offenders that engage in amplification, an act of the phenomenon, a supernatural act by demons who know where you're at, which you know through the unnatural environment. The unnatural environment is also present inside of the hotel room where it's impossible to hear traffic. And the entity is engaging in that. The sexual violence, as I pointed out, and as Monrovia pointed out, which remember, city to city, county to county, it's nothing other than a facilitating venue. The entire state of California is engaged in the POC. This is demonic pacing. One demon after another demon. Okay? There is no respecter of persons, and there's no race, there's no class lines. Okay? By the way, it doesn't get any less classy than that. Okay, do not be deceived. There is no superiority with regard to race and class and how much money you make and how many followers you have on social media. That's a demon, and she's stalking a black woman, and she's driving a BMW, and I care not. If she doesn't repent, she's gonna burn in hell. And I'm also gonna prosecute her for terrorism with the state of California. And that's the truth. Those are facts. All right, it is currently 4:12 p.m. This is the facilitation that the Best Western is facilitating. Demons engaging in terrorism. Their shadows appearing on the ceiling above. Let me show you this engineer light. This is engineer light. On the ceiling, monitoring a sex offense and possible light activity, while demons engage in group stalking, pacing all about. A coward that knows that I'm speaking the truth about her psychotic group stalking conduct. She probably has children as well, whom she has groomed to engage in this satanic conduct, which is psychotic, spreading her mental illness to others. All right, these are the consequences of an entirely corrupt society, by the way. These are the likes of those who are in the medical field, in the legal field, living amongst the affluent in Orange County, and they are group stalking demons. POC. It is currently, again, 4:12 p.m. This is capturing the phenomenon where the sun will not be at the same address. And the fake sun leaves this venue to remain over me everywhere that I go, which is within the POC, showing the identification of stalkers of all races, of all ages, okay, speaking to what is the spiritual reality of things. All right, it is currently 4:13 p.m. This is POC.